Wait, what? Are you struggling with the anxiety of missing out? Or FOMO? Well, at least you have experienced it once in your lifetime, and more often than not, we still do. Worry not, because you're at the right place at the right time. But before we begin, what is the meaning of FOMO? Since you clicked on the video, I believe you already know the meaning. But just in case you don't, here's the definition. FOMO, or fear of missing out, is an emotional response to the belief that other people are living a better, more satisfying lives, or that important opportunities are being missed. It often leads to the feeling of unease, dissatisfaction, stress, and sometimes depression. Just in case that definition is not clear, let me give you an example real quick. Hey, how are you? Ah, I'm super duper tired. Just came back from work. Yeah, probably I'm gonna hit my bed soon. Thanks for inviting me to the party. I don't think so I can make it tonight. Wait, what? How many people you called? Wait a second. It's not like the last time where you said me the same thing and we ended up playing Uno. You sure? Wait, hold on a sec. Hmm, I'm super tired, but what if I miss out on something? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the usual thing. But what if they don't invite me the next time? Hmm. Or worse, what are they gonna talk about me? Or I may miss on the latest gossip. Wait a second. Yep, I'll be there in 20 minutes. See you soon. Has this ever happened with you? Well, have you ever felt that feeling of anxiety of missing out on something like events, social gatherings, or not following the latest trends on social media? Well, are you struggling with FOMO too? Good. Now it's time to get it out of your head in no time with these easy, tried and tested methods. And if I can do it, trust me, you can do it in no time. Without wasting any time, let's begin. All right. So the first thing you need to do in order to get rid of that fear of missing out feeling is to limit social media. We do it. Hang on. We are not going to call it limit social media, but we're going to call it use social media wisely. Now, I'm sure, like myself, you've gone through a lot of YouTube videos, read books, blogs, and all of them say the same thing: limit social media. The problem is, they don't tell you how. And how it's going to reduce that feeling of FOMO. Well, here's one thing that worked out really well for me, and I'm sure it's going to do the same for you. Let's just say you're using Instagram and you're looking at somebody's post or story that starts making you feel upset with what you're doing with your life, or where are you at a certain time in your life. It's time to switch the platform as soon as you can. Switch to maybe YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok. What you'll find out is, in no time, you'll be entertained by something new that does not interfere with your feelings or emotions. It works every single time. Basically, what you're doing is you're not bringing that feeling of FOMO and anxiety with respect to what you're watching on the screen. Let me give you an example. Let's just say you see David Beckham, yeah, getting out of his Ferrari and having a really lovely meal, or you see his story. You're not gonna feel as bad. You see Taylor Swift going out, you'll be like, oh, she's Taylor Swift. But when you see somebody at your same level, that's when it kicks in. So as soon as you start feeling upset, switch the platform. What if I see my group of friends or my close group of friends on social media? Even if I switch the platform, I'm gonna keep on thinking like, hey, where they are, what they're doing, etc., etc. Which brings me to the second point: lower your expectation. Well, coming on to my next favorite point: expectation. People always find themselves in this dilemma of either going out and enjoying with others or staying at home and enjoying your own company. Maybe because you're too tired to go out, you want to relax, or you want to be in your comfy zone. The problem is, when you see others going out, that's when FOMO kicks in, and you end up going out not because you actually want to, but you want to overcome any factors relating on missing out. Now you face a challenge in those situations because you still want to keep your social and personal life balance without the fear of being excluded. I've got the perfect hack for you. When it comes down to it, I think so the most effective way is to manage your expectation. Now, here's what I need you to do. I need you to compare the things that you're going to miss out with realistic expectations based on your past experience. And what you're going to find out is the reality sits somewhere in the middle. And hey, you'll ask me this question on how can you lower your expectation? Well, just like any other thing, it's like if you're going out to have the same meal every single day, you don't have any new expectation from that food, and your expectations start to gradually come down. Happens with every single thing and happens in time. So if you're going to meet people outside, you're going to see your friends, you're going to see your family, and once you see them 2 or 5 times maybe, your expectations are gradually going to come low because nothing new is happening. Mainly it's a change of scenery. And of course, you love to see your friends. Use this point when you are in a dilemma of going out or not. Look at this graph. I'm going to put it somewhere. Well, once you look at this graph, you'll notice that lower the expectation, lower the feeling of missing out. And now I do have 2 pro tips for you in order to lowering your expectation. Pro tip number 1, and this is the shorter route. Well, if you always find yourself in this position of going out or not, then simply what you need to do is to reduce it by 25%. What do I mean by this? Well, let's just say you're going out to see your friends every month, every weekend. Let's do a rough calculation. So there are 4 weekends and you're going out 8 times. By cutting it by 25%, which means is you're giving yourself 1 weekend to do whatever you like and enjoy your own company. You may do something productive, or you may just lay down on a couch. You may just chill and watch Netflix. Do whatever you want by yourself. And what you realize is the next time you're going out to see your friends, you'll be more energetic and you'll be more happy and you'll be excited and thrilled to see them. Oh, short route. Coming on to pro tip number 2, the long route, the long path. Yes, I have tried it. Basically, what you need to do is to go out for 5 to 8 years. Basically, you're out day in and out, and ultimately, you'll get bored. And once you get bored, you won't have any expectation or that feeling of FOMO because, hey, you've done it all. If you ask me, try the shorter route, because what it does is it will force you to think that the time you're spending with yourself, even the small or short amount of time, you're doing something better with it, or it will force you to expect less. Which brings me on to the next point: living in the present. That's really important because you do need to live in the present. If you can't love yourself, you can't expect others to love you. As simple as that. I want you to read and listen to this very carefully. Embrace the here and now rather than constantly seeking what's next. Find the joy in the present moment and fully engage in your experiences. Don't live in the future and anticipate what you're going to miss out, but to enjoy the moment you're in. And that's where the gold is. So, you want to live in the moment. Great. That's not really hard to do because what you need to do is create a comfortable zone or comfortable environment for yourself. The trick that I use is first, I take a hot shower because that actually relaxes me. And second, I'll put on some comfy clothes, maybe a comfy jumper or pajama, whatever. I'll order some pizza or whatever I want to eat. Maybe I'll cook some Thai and create this cozy, nice environment for myself, watching a movie or just playing my music. Once you're in this comfort zone, what you're going to realize is that you're not thinking about what's going outside. Because this is the zone that you've created for yourself, and you'll be really happy without any regrets. Have you ever heard the term JOMO? The joy of missing out. Well, people come to me and ask me this question all the time. Hey, what about JOMO? Hey, how do I feel JOMO? Well, this is how you get the feeling of JOMO. When you're actually in this relaxed and comfortable environment and you're happy with yourself and not thinking about the surroundings of what's happening outside. Easy peasy. I see a lot of people and usually they tell me the same thing. What if I'm not invited to an event? Or what if people talk about me behind my back at these social gatherings? Well, you need to know is that that's the point where fear kicks in. When you start overthinking and anticipating future. First thing first, as I said earlier, if you can't love yourself, don't expect others to love you. If you can't be with yourself, don't expect others to be with you. So you need to take that time out to enjoy your own company. Really important. And secondly, you're worried about people talking behind your back. Well, it's 21st century and everybody uses phone. So let's just say if I want to talk about you behind your back, I can call anybody and talk to them. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about the situations that may or may not occur. And that's how you enjoy living in the present. What have we learned so far? First, comfort. Well, you put yourself in this comfortable, cozy environment that you created for yourself. Second, living in the moment. So you be happy in the moment you're in without thinking about others or what's happening outside. And third, which is really important, do not regret. Never regret. Third point is really important because I need you to be confident, comfortable, and happy in what you're doing or what you have done. Let's just say the next day, if somebody comes in and tells you, hey, what you missed out on the last night, I need you to tell yourself, what's done is done. It's in the past. You can't change it. Nada. And you need to be happy and cherish the moment that you spent. Having said this is the time when you show the other person gratitude and not before. So, does showing gratitude helps? Which brings me to the next point, gratitude. So, whenever you talk about FOMO or whenever you search about FOMO, the one thing that comes up, and 100%, that's gratitude. But does gratitude really help? No. Nada. Nope. The thing is, you should always show gratitude regardless. But in this case, where you have that anxiety of missing out, you should do that in the reverse order. And by reverse order, I mean show the appreciation the next day or the day after to the person who actually invited you. It's not only you are going to benefit from this situation, it's actually going to make you and your friends bond even stronger. Another advantage is you're going to share stories and you're going to talk about what happened the night before, where you'll definitely realize that you really didn't miss out on much or anything. Coming on to the reason with what's wrong in showing gratitude in the first place. Nothing wrong, but it does come with a caveat. The thing is, once you show gratitude, it becomes like a tug of war sort of a situation where whoever stands their ground firm wins, and you end up in the same dilemma if you're not strong enough. Now, hey, wait for a sec. It's not always about being strong or holding your ground, because I know you like to go out. You want to see your friends, family, colleagues, or others. And if you're like me, usually you'll face the similar challenges. Well, sometimes I'm the one calling my friends, or vice versa. The thing is, if you ever feel like you're losing that tug of war of the situation, I've got the final tip for you, and that's managing time, or have a time frame in mind. For example, a couple of days ago, I was actually working on this video where I got a phone call from my friends and they told me, hey, why don't you join us for dinner and help us out in some home interior stuff. Well, I was in this dilemma of staying or going out. What I did, we reached an agreement of time. So I told them that rather than spending an entire night, I'll just be coming for 2 hours, because that gives me the time to do whatever I'm doing and to help them out and be with them. Having this frame of mind actually helps you to meet in the middle of what you're actually doing or whatever you're thinking you're going to miss out on. There's definitely one thing going to happen with you. Have you ever heard this term of it's never one for the road? Well, what it means is that you may end up staying more than your allocated time frame. Let's say you want to go somewhere and you've allocated 1 hour to be there and come back. But what happens? You ended up staying for 4 hours. Here's one thing I need you to do in that particular situation is just change your perspective and do not regret the situation that you're in. Doesn't matter, because these sort of situations will come again and again. And what I need you to actually do is to repeat these steps again and again. Once you start repeating these steps, what you'll realize is you start becoming stronger in making firm decisions. And once you start making firm decisions, you'll get rid of that unnecessary feeling of fear or that dilemma or anything. Let's revise. Use social media wisely. Lowering your expectations. Living in the moment or living in the present. Gratitude. Maybe. That's up to you. Well, by doing this, you can overcome FOMO and cultivate a sense of peace and joy in your life. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now it's time to get rid of that fear of missing out by just following these steps. But before you leave, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and do leave a comment.